Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is Attorney Wilberforce Agyekum, Ivylaw office. Next week, myself and Attorney Jumake Oladepo will be presenting a live webinar on the topic of humanitarian immigration relief. And we will be discussing how to proceed to applying, petitioning under humanitarian relief opportunities for immigrants who want to come to the United States. Specifically, we will be talking about, mainly we will talk about asylum petitions, how to seek asylum in the United States. We will also talk about VAWA, how to petition for your green card under the Violence Against Women Act, which also applies to men, by the way. Some people are not sure about that, but it applies to both genders. And we will explain more what VAWA is and how to go about potentially seeking a green card and securing a green card through VAWA. Another area that we believe is important and we should really have a lot of discussion on our during our webinar is SIJ, Special Immigrant Juvenile Classification, which is a humanitarian benefit generally for minors who may not have parents or who've been abused by parents or neglected by parents and what have you, but in the United States and can seek a court order in juvenile court and then apply for the green card with the USCIS office. We are going to talk about how to go about getting that special immigrant juvenile classification done. Um, in particular, what really we want to, in the recent days and weeks, I've had some experiences with asylum and some unique experiences with some of our asylum clients and those who are potential clients. Obviously, asylum requires for you to have a credible fear situation, and you must be able to explain what your credible fear is and what category of that eligibility criteria that you fit in. We're going to discuss those eligibility criterias and what type of experiences will normally be accepted or likely be meet the criteria and requirements for an asylum. I've said it before, most people don't understand the asylum process and how rare it is to have an asylum petition approved in the U.S. by the USCIS. It's a long drawn process. It can take a long time. But if you do have a situation where you are either persecuted or fear being persecuted if sent back, and you meet the eligibility requirements, all those things must be met. Then you may have a good chance of securing your asylum getting approved. Okay, so please understand that this and we're going to get more detailed into this, particularly at our webinar, because a lot of clients believe if they have a bad time or they've been, they are coming from a poor country or poor situation, or that means they will likely be approved for asylum. But that's not what it is. Okay, it is unique to you and your family if they're also facing persecution or fear being persecuted, and you have to make your case, particularly about you and whether or not you were persecuted or fear persecution based on five criteria, including race, religion, membership in a particular social group, those type of things, political opinion. So the list is on the USCI's website, but we will also go into those five specific criteria for seeking asylum in the U.S. And keep in mind, a lot of people don't know this, but if you come to the U.S. and you apply for asylum, you will not be able to travel back to your home country for quite a few years, anywhere from 6 years or more, while your asylum is being processed. So that's one key thing that you need to keep in mind. Okay, a lot of clients who do file, they don't realize that until it starts getting on them, and they start missing their family and the like. So you want to be sure you are with your family, or you don't have family, or you don't have anyone that you might want to go see within the next few years if you're going to apply for asylum. Um, that's the whole basis. It's a fear. It's a fear and a humanitarian relief. So you can't say I fear going back, and then all of a sudden you start going back. So there are a lot of works, a lot of criteria, there are a lot of eligibility requirements to seek humanitarian relief in the United States. But the relief is there for those who truly qualify and those who are eligible. It's an excellent way for you to uh, uh, get relief and to not have to worry about being sent back to your home country where you may be facing fear, where you have fear that you may be persecuted if sent back. So that's why it is rare. Around maybe sometimes, usually 10% or less asylum applications for the United States are approved. Contrary to what other people may say in the political world, as if everybody that comes and says, I want asylum, is automatically let in and allowed to receive asylum. That's not the case. It's very rare. And so I know some folks come from other places and they've been told back home by maybe people they paid money to that you just get here and present yourself for asylum and you're good. No, no, it's a lot harder. It's more involved than that. So unless you are talking to a lawyer, be careful who you listen to when they discuss U.S. immigration laws and policies with you, because if you do something wrong, it could cost you opportunity to either become a resident, a permanent resident, or a future citizen, or even a chance to visit the country if somehow you do this wrong and you are denied the asylum petition. So it's always good to seek assistance from professionals, lawyers. There are organizations, if you need humanitarian relief and you can't afford it and you need help, there are organizations out there. If you are able to afford counsel, you want to do this type of process with a lawyer if at all possible. Okay. It is not an easy process, and having a professional who will assist you through the whole process is I think, is priceless. So I know it's difficult, but we will get all into that next week at our webinar. If you get a chance to check out the webinar, it will be 1 o'clock. You can, I will put the link, I'll place a link on the description for this video. It is also on Eventbrite. You can search for Ivylaw office on Eventbrite, and we have events that you'll be able to see on Eventbrite. We also have a Facebook event. And so if you are on Facebook and that's where you hang out, you can go to our Facebook page or search for the event, Ivylaw Office Humanitarian Relief Immigration, and you will find the event there as well and get the links. So we're excited. It's going to be a lot to talk about next week, but we're looking forward to talking to you, and hopefully a lot of you will register and attend the webinar. You don't have to go anywhere. You can watch it from the office, or you can join in from home. Either way, you will learn quite a bit wherever you are. You can also, join us from overseas if you want to understand more about U.S. Immigration humanitarian relief options. Okay. So that's all I want to talk to you about today. If you have questions, please, you can post it in the comments, or you can send us an email at me an email Wilberforce at ivylaw.office.com, or you can call the law office. And or you can, the best way, really, if you have questions or you want to see what we do, is check out our website, ivylaw.office.com, and that will have all our information, our contact, and our bios, including myself and Jumoke Oladapo, and other information that you may want to have about our practice and our firm. Okay? Thank you for having a minute with me, and we will see you next week. It will be next Thursday at 1 p.m. So get the link and join us next Thursday. We look forward to seeing you. Okay? All right. Bye-bye. Bye. Y'all have a good day. Be good out there. Be safe. And see you next week. Wilberforce Agyekum, Ivylaw office. Bye-bye.